Joining us now is political analyst Jim Warren, the executive editor of NewsGuard, which rates the credibility of news and information sites. Good morning.
Hey guys, what a day.
What a day, what now?
Well, the process of selecting a new person for the Democrats is going to play out very, very quickly. And you see the likelihood that it's going to be Harris. So you've got two decisions to be made by party activists, party leaders, and big organizations. But notably, mostly the delegates. A, do you do it real quickly in the next few days? I think that's very likely to happen. A lot of delegations getting together, Zoom calls, and say, should we back Harris? Or if somebody else is to get in, do you say, well, let's spend a month having candidate forums, debates, then come to Chicago and have a real vote? Right now, it looks to be the first, unless somebody gets in. But you've got so many big shots like the Clintons coming out for Harris. It seems almost irreversible.
But notably, President Obama did not endorse her. Neither did Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries. What do you make of that?
I think they're just putting their fingers in the wind and see what happens. Obama is typically cautious, and he's going to just going to say, I'm going to wait to see what the convention does, and I'm going to give 100% support to that person.
And then you have the wannabes, and it's interesting to note Governor Pritzker has not yet endorsed
many
Harris.
Elected officials, including Pritzker, have at least mulled the notion of running for president, but it was probably 2028. So I think it was very notable yesterday that Governor Newsom of California said, nope, I'm going to back Harris. Whitmer of Michigan said, no, I'm going to back Harris. Also, remember Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary, who was sort of a flavor of the month as a Democratic candidate 4 years ago. He says Harris, too. The most notable person to me so far is the West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, who's no longer technically even a Democrat. He's an independent. He moved from Democrats into he would be a sort of moderate to conservative counterpoint to Harris. He says he's mulling what to do. Maybe he will change his registration, but I would think that's unlikely too.
You say your third point is Trump and women rivals.
Despite a really, really impressive campaign so far by a guy who's been indicted 4 times, convicted once, he's always had trouble in dealing with women in political situations. I think most recently, Nikki Haley was an example. They really, really can get under his skin very quickly, becomes gratuitous very quickly. Will Kamala Harris be able to do that also? I think that's distinctly possible, particularly in a debate where she will probably be a much, much stronger force to contend with than Joe Biden.
So let's talk about that Harris versus Trump matchup, if that's what it ends up being.
Yeah.
People do talk about her. Oh, she's a former federal prosecutor. She's an excellent debater. But when she ran for president, it flamed out before the first vote was cast.
But make no mistake, at this point at least, she is not in any way a transparently stronger candidate against Trump than Joe Biden. All the polling has been done so far. Either Biden was a little bit stronger, or maybe Harris was a little bit stronger, or they're even. In each case, they tend to trail Trump by a significant margin, and there are 6 or 7 states, Robin, where Joe Biden won, which the Democrats are trailing, and it's hard to see how Harris reverses that. As Ben said, last campaign by her in 2020 was very weak. You know the line of attack by Trump. They're going to say, oh, she was the point person for immigration. Oh, that's terrible. They're also going to saddle her with somehow having impacted inflation. And then finally, they're going to say, where were you while your boss was clearly declining health-wise? Why weren't you standing up? The most interesting thing to me, though, that hasn't been mentioned yet is, can the Democrats now adroitly reverse the age issue? Now Trump is the old guy. He's the geezer. She is 59 years old, way younger than him. Can they flip that whole notion and say, we're youth, and listen to this guy who's stumbling and all his malaprops?
Quickly, the Biden legacy. Interesting that he released just this statement on Twitter. No photo. It's
2 statements.
Yeah.
And the second one was about Kamala Harris. Supposedly he's not, feeling well because of COVID, and he's going to speak to the nation. It was a very significant legacy, make no mistake about it. We got billions and billions and billions of dollars of COVID relief. He dealt with reversing the pandemic recession, sent gazillions of dollars to things like semiconductors and infrastructure, most of which most people do not realize and do not give him credit for because we don't see that stuff yet.
But the other side of the aisle might say it was not a good legacy at all.
Right. But I think historians will treat him fairly well. But the double-edged sword ultimately was historic nature of his presidency, the oldest guy to win the presidency, which then rebounded against him and became one of his, perhaps his greatest weakness, leading to the ultimate bottom line reality here is we have never been in this sort of territory. This is uncharted, and no matter what you hear on TV from folks, the past is not prologue. This is going to be a wild ride.
It'll be interesting. Jim, thanks for being with us.
See you guys.
Here's a look at some of the other stories making